Slow motion is better than no motion. Welcome to another episode of Self-Employed Success Secrets, Monday edition. On today's episode, a technique episode, we're going to talk about how making small, consistent movement, even if it's one step a day, one task a day, one iteration a day, even if it's one iteration a week, okay, is better than no iteration a week. Why? Low activity is better than no activity, okay? Even if you have all the excuses in the world. But anyways, we'll talk about that in this video. Remember, slow motion is better than no motion. But first, let's talk about this channel. This channel is dedicated to helping people become successfully, sustainably, happily self-employed. Watch these videos if you find yourself transitioning out of a 9 to 5. 9 to 5s are the path to mediocrity and stagnation, while being self-employed is a path to freedom, financial freedom, time freedom, fulfillment. You get to put your individual handprint. If you watch these videos, you'll see what we're talking about. But this episode is a technique episode. It's about what you need to become successfully self-employed. Having done this for about 7 years now, these are some real tips, tricks, and techniques that can help you to get to where you want. But today's episode is slow motion is better than no motion, okay? The first thing we want to talk about is that you want to see your life as a pathway of progress, a perpetual pathway of progress based on primary indicators. So what are these indicators? If you have a business, one indicator, a primary indicator, you can see this is like road signs. Is like revenue. Is your revenue up? Okay. Are your clients up? Is the amount of time you're putting into these clients going down, but quality staying the same? Okay. There are so many indicators to having a business. The ratio of complaints to compliments. There's so many things you can do to pretty much guarantee and solidify your future growth and stay on this perpetual pathway of progress. This is one of the amazing things about having a business, that it almost forces you to be wonderful, to be excellent. A job almost forces you to be mediocre. You're doing the same thing over and over again, getting paid, picayune wages relative to what you're doing. It's a trap. It's a sham. It's a scam. And so that's why I'm helping people to come out of that. Self-employment is the freedom you're looking for. It's amazing. And so we want to help you get there too. But that's the first thing, is see your life as a perpetual path of progress. That there's never a finish line. Get rid of the finish line mentality you have in your mind. Okay, second is that 1 is better than 0. Now, if you do small things, whether it's you send an email to someone that you know you should send, or you refine something, or you work on a document you needed to get to someone, do something every day, no matter how small, to move you forward. Slow motion is better than no motion, okay? Do whatever little thing it is, whether it's researching, if you haven't started your business yet, researching it, looking up how to start an LLC, having a conversation, sending an email to someone and being like, hey, let's get this settled. Do everything you can to stay on this path of progress versus this path of procrastination and ultimately failure. Okay, as Pandora Porcoilo said, I think he was like a famous philosopher. He said procrastination is the foundation of all disasters. Okay, you got two paths in life. When it comes to doing stuff, you got the pathway of progress, which is the vanguard is primary indicators, as we talked about, and you got the path of procrastination and mediocrity and conformity about working a job. These are things people never told you about working a job. But yeah, so you want to keep that in mind as you live your life, and understand that there's always new approaches and improved methods you can do to your business. This is another wonderful thing about having a business, is that you can bring new approaches and improved methods to everything you do. You got to always be looking for ways to make things better at a lower price to your time. Okay, lower actual money it costs to run your business, okay? As the saying goes, having a business is doing more with less, okay? How can you make things as efficient as possible, hyper efficient, where there is a It's airtight. It's 100%. It's as efficient as it can possibly be. Almost perfect. How can you build a perfect company? That should be your goal. A perfect company that's flawless, that brings endless smiles and happiness to other people. Okay. And the way you do that is to stay on the perpetual path of progress. And understand that you want to become the type of person that is always on an upward trajectory. This world's always pushing against you, trying to bring you down to second class street. I'm asking you to stay on first class avenue and slant your path like this going up. This is the path that most are taking. They want to take the smooth, steady, easy. I'm asking you to adjust your altitude a little bit and go like that. It's going to be harder in the short run, but it's going to be better in the long run. Okay? These Monday videos are about becoming the type of person that can sustainably be self-employed. You've got to orient your brain to how can I make things better. Like default, like you should probably have something in your mind or affixed in your mind or even on a piece of paper on your desk that says new approaches, improved methods. Because that is going to help you to kind of stay on that pathway to progress. And those indicators are powerful. Like it's worth looking at your profit, your loss, how many, your turnover rate, like numbers are very, very, very powerful. So this is going to help you to stay on your course. So just keep that in mind as you're becoming self-employed, and use these videos as a resource to help you get to where you want to go. But you want to have a pathway of progress that's based on primary indicators. Understand that 1 is better than 0, and that you want to adopt and affix in your mind, AFFIX, new approaches and improved methods in everything that you're doing, so that the journey never stagnates. It never becomes desultory. It never becomes stultifying. It's just a beautiful, endless journey, and to more money, more happiness, more people, more joy, more heaven on earth. Okay, instead of hell on earth, when most people who work a job and they're 55 years old, they don't have any money, and it's too late to go back. And you've got people families that thought and trusted and believed in this big corporation, don't have any money, so everybody has resentment because they knew life could have been more. I want to save you from that grim reality that most are drifting slowly towards, insidiously towards. A job is not what you think it is. Get out. But yeah, so hopefully that helped you. If you can handle having a job, go ahead and do it. But self-employment is much better. But there you go. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye.